Hello, my friends. Happy Sunday. Happy Thanksgiving weekend if you celebrate that kind of holiday. I have a little bit of time this morning, so I'm just chilling. Playing some instrumental music from Sandro Di Stefano, an Italian film composer, master of movie music. If you're interested, you can check out his music on Amazon. This is from a project from 2009, I believe, a collection of biblical, spiritual themes. It's called Fragments of Light. Very uplifting and peaceful. What we need, considering what's been going on this year. Let me go ahead and type his name in the chat. Hope I spell it right. Let's see, D-I. I'm actually here on the carpet doing my morning stretches. So I figure I would do this live chat from Ubuntu Mate 20.10. So if you look in the chat I just posted his name, Sandro Di Stefano Music. You can check it out on Amazon. I actually had a chance to speak with him last summer. Nice man. And the Italians know how to make a music, as he said. Yeah, I bet. They do. Alright, so let me look at the stream here on YouTube. It looks like it's good. No problems. Stream is excellent. At least that's what it tells me. I'm going to stretch out my legs here and get situated. I normally drink wine doing these live streams, but it's a little bit too early for wine. I don't want to fall asleep, you know. Good morning and welcome to Total Yeah, don't want to do that, right? Okay, everything looks good. I'm going to put the music here to my right. Just let that play in my new Moto G stylus. The Moto G stylus is my pick for the best budget smartphone for 2020. You can check it out on Amazon. It's currently on sale for $100 off. I think it's an excellent deal, in my opinion. So check it out. Alright, so if you are new to all this, I prefer Ubuntu-based Linux systems. I've been running them since, 2006. I've tried so many different systems, not just Ubuntu or Debian based. Distro hopping, as we like to call it, I stopped doing that in 2016. Too many headaches. And I pretty much stuck with Debian or Ubuntu based systems because that was my very first love, my first test running, something based off of Linux since 2006. So let's go ahead. It looks like everything looks good on my end here. So let's go ahead and see if I can transition and show you what I'm doing here. And there we go. Okay, so normally I use Ubuntu or OBS Studio to do the live shows. This seems to work okay. This particular machine, let me just show you. Let's go to the top panel about this computer. As you can see here, it's a Lenovo Ubuntu 20.10 Groovy Gorilla. This is like 9 years old. It's definitely outdated, but it works. It's an Athlon 2, AMD Athlon 2 processor. Integrated graphics. Hey, it works. Go to resources. You can see here the two CPUs. Memory is 2.3 gigs running everything, which is about right. It's not a it can do gaming, but it's definitely not a gaming rig. In Windows, I normally play a game called Asphalt Airborne. Kind of like a Need for Speed type of game, so it'll do it. But yeah, this thing is not built for At least by today's standards, it's not built for speed, but it works wonderfully with Linux. And with some minor tweaks, I got this machine to work pretty good also in Windows 10, believe it or not. So, yeah, between the two, I would definitely prefer to use Linux and not Windows 10, especially in this machine here. But this is normally how I do things. So, we have a transition here, studio mode, and so on and so forth. If you've never done this before, it's not that difficult to learn. It takes some time. If you wanted to set up a live streaming setup on your computer with Linux, and you can run OBS Studio also, I believe, in Mac OS and Linux. So, for example, if I hit transition here, that'll go back to the graphic there. So, yeah, pretty basic stuff here. This was an unscheduled chat, so I don't know how many people are going to jump on. I got some time. I actually wanted to go walking, but I don't want to go walking when it's 36 degrees. Actually, in 1 hour, it's jumped from 36 to 45 degrees, which is a little bit better. So as soon as I'm done here, I'll go walking. All right, let's transition again. All right, I'll go through this real quick. Ubuntu Mate is my Linux gold standard, at least for beginners. I posted a video, I think a week or two ago. You can take a look at that, running into more detail about this. Let me go to the tweak tool here. This is a nice little feature here. And like I said, I've shown you this before, so I won't go through all of this. But I can customize how my desktop looks. I have a couple of customizations here. I called one 2020, one TOS, but these ones here, starting from contemporary all the way down to traditional, these are the default settings that you can change to change the user interface of Ubuntu Mate. Like I said, I went through these before 2 weeks ago, and actually many times before that, so I won't do this again, but just to give you an idea of what you can do with Ubuntu Mate. I know some of you said, well, this thing looks outdated. Well, then change it. It's Linux. It seems to me it's a lot easier to change the look of your system in Linux than it is, say, in Windows 10. So, yeah, that statement saying, or excuse saying it looks too bland, that doesn't fly with me, especially when you can, change things. So, I have some other tweaks here. I'll leave this the way it is. If we go through the applications here, I generally don't add too much. Go through administration. I did add the Synaptic Package Manager. Normally you would install apps through the Software Boutique for beginners. It's perfectly fine. It's not something I would use. There's nothing wrong with this. I actually kind of like the name. It's the Software Boutique, mademoiselle. Yes, only the finest Linux apps shall be installed. You can go by categories, accessories, education, games, so on and so forth. So, for beginners, this is perfectly fine. And let's go back. Let's see. Let's go to the welcome screen. Again, if you are new to all this, this is perfect. The desktop layout on the bottom right, I believe, is new. Color selection, I believe, is also new. As you can see, I prefer teal, so I'll leave that there the way it is. Internet, I installed Brave. Opera, the ticker feed, which is something I use to get my news. Let's see if I can get that to run. There we go. At the bottom here, this is Cairo Dock. I'm really not a dock person, but this of all the docks that I've used, this one is pretty snazzy. You can change the look of this. Also, you can put it at the top, left, right, bottom. So, if you wanted to try a dock, I would try Cairo Dock. Go to Office, the usual LibreOffice suite. Preferences, lots to choose here. sound and video. Of course, I installed OBS Studio. Rhythmbox, the classic music player. I've been using this since 2006. VLC also for Windows, simple screen recorder. I installed Webcamoid. I took a look at this. I don't have my webcam hooked up, but I prefer GUVC View instead of this. Seems like it's a easier graphical interface to make adjustments to the webcam. So this is installed by default, Webcamoid, but nah, I think I'll pass on that. We have the control center, administration, hardware, internet look and feel, personal, again, pretty much basic stuff here. If you wanted to speed up the startup process for Ubuntu Mate or other systems, you can remove some of these startup programs here. For example, Blue Man Applet, I'll probably never use. Screen magnifier, probably never use. The HUD, I'll probably never use. Just personal preference. The printer, probably never use on this, but this is actually my other backup computer that's been in storage. Welcome screen to start up, nah, I'll probably never use, but just to give you an idea. So yeah, it runs pretty good. The ticker feed at the top, I can use the scroll wheel and slow this down. And this is TICKR, ticker, for those of you who are interested. So overall, it's the best. For beginners, Ubuntu Mate, it just works. When Ubuntu dropped the Unity desktop in 2016, that was my default Linux desktop. I decided to go to Ubuntu Mate, and I haven't looked back since. Simple system, lightweight. It just works. If you're more an advanced user, of course, you don't have to use this. You can go into Arch or Gentoo or yeah, and go from there. What's that one? LFS Linux, which stands for Left from Sanity. Linux, I think it's Linux from scratch. That joke is for Ben. LFS. Yeah, I know. Okay, let me go back to the studio here or on YouTube. The stream looks good, right? I got the graphics showing. Let me go into the chat. Again, this was not scheduled, so I don't expect too many people. We have Harshal. Hey, how are you, man? MacBook Air M1 chip versus a Dell. I have neither systems. I've been asked in the past to give my honest opinion of MacBooks, and I have no problem doing that. If somebody wants to donate a MacBook or donate to the channel, I'll be happy to pick one up and take a look at it. I don't think it's something I would use that often if I had it, to be quite honest. But I've a lot of YouTubers who have a gazillion subscribers and hundreds of sponsors, they only use Mac. Harshal, they only use Mac. They won't use Windows or Linux, and I mean they can't be all dumb. So they work for multimedia applications. Streaming. Yeah, Macs are probably the way to go. Probably the #1 choice, if I had to guess. But from what I heard from my friends who have MacBook Airs, they would not switch for the world. They are pricey, but they work, and customer service, if something goes wrong, is pretty good. I don't have a Dell XPS. I have a Dell desktop that I use. That's pretty reliable. That's my main system running Ubuntu Mate LTS, so no complaints there. As far as the new MacBook Air with the M1 chip, if somebody has tested it, and would like to post a comment, please do. But I do not currently own a MacBook Air. Wouldn't mind having one though. So yeah. Okay, where are we here? Yeah, the stream still looks good. So, all right, I'll stick around a little bit longer. See if anybody else wants to jump on and say hello. So, Harshal, how are you? I hope I'm saying your name right. Dry air in the wintertime. I drink lots of fluids. That's what they say. Drink even when you're not thirsty, right? Let's go ahead and go to let's go ahead and segue into some news here and see what we have. Let's see. PS5, Xbox Series X restocking coming to Walmart. I was disappointed that Halo 6 was not being released this holiday. That's the next game I'll be looking forward to, I guess, next year. Yeah. Oh well. I guess the game isn't ready. Alright, so Best Buy Cyber Deals. Walmart's Black Friday sale still going strong. I actually did take a look at their website. Not bad. Dell Cyber Mondays. I was actually looking at a Lenovo gaming rig. I think it was starting at 600 something, which wasn't bad. You know, something to do, 4K, render videos faster. I really wouldn't be doing a lot of gaming, but I figure if I buy a computer that can do gaming, shouldn't have any issues, doing 4K or rendering videos faster. But generally, I think they start around $699 and up right now with the sale. So I thought I saw something where there was a Samsung 98-inch TV on sale for only $50,000. What a bargain! Android tablets. Quickly, grab this Windows laptop for $550 today only. Quickly, quickly. There's no time. Quickly. Wasn't that a movie in Taken? Yeah. Quickly, there's no time. Roku sales galore. So tomorrow would be Cyber Monday, right? Yeah. Yeah. So 'tis the season to max out your credit card, right? Yeah. The camera that nobody is talking about. Okay, then I won't talk about it. It's a Canon Rebel T7. Well, it says don't talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. Let me click that, see what it shows. Oh, man. Fine, I'll talk about it. Well, $399, huh? Really? Starter kit. Canon Rebel T7, lens, SD card, software. That's not bad. Yeah. If you're looking for a starter camera, why not, right? Yeah. Okay. Wonder why they're not talking about it. Let's see here. Pokemon face. California man waits 36 hours for PS5 on Black Friday. Man, I gotta tell you, these marijuana dispensaries are getting way out of hand, aren't they? Man, okay, whatever. What else do we have here? The Moto G Power. One of my top picks for a budget phone for 2020. on sale for $180. This one has a 5,000 milliamp battery. Should last you about 3 days. Yeah, so lots of holiday shopping, I'm sure. Anyway. All right, let me go back to Ubuntu Mate here. So if you guys are using Ubuntu Mate and you like it, or if you don't like it, also let me know. But this has been a stellar performing Linux-based system for me for the last 4 years. It just works. So, you know, like the saying goes, the KISS method, right? Keep it simple, stupid, right? Seems like we always go back to the basics after trying everything else and having an assortment of disappointments or headaches. When all else fails, go back to the basics. That just works. It's the simple things in life, right? You may want to also check out ThinkPads if you're interested in doing a full install of Linux and want to see how well it runs as a full install versus, say, in a virtual box. So ThinkPads and Lenovo's have performed very, very well. Can't complain at all. So, all right, where are we here? It's almost noonish. Temperature's gone up, so I'll stick around a little bit longer. If anybody else wants to jump on, I don't do as much as live shows as I used to. They don't generate the revenue that's really needed to support the channel, but I do want to give people a chance, you know, in Europe and different time zones to come on and say hi or ask a question. So if I'm going to do the live shows, I think doing these during the daylight or daytime might be a fairer way of doing these. From what I've seen. So, yeah. So, if anybody else wants to say hello, please do, because that's why I'm doing these. I'm getting an error from YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know what happened. Let me go back to OBS. OBS looks good. I don't know. Maybe they're busy. Not enough bandwidth or something. I don't know. There is a new a phone called the Poco M3. I got notified of it. I think it was Friday, this past Friday. It has a 6,000 milliamp battery for $149.99. I don't know how good the rest of the phone is, but that's a beast of a battery for just $150. Yeah. That beats out the Moto G Power. So if you're looking for power, try that one. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a 5-minute warning, then we'll wrap this up for today. This will be about 30 minutes or so that we've done this. Maybe I'll do this again next Sunday. We'll see. I posted some raw pics and video from the Moto G stylus yesterday on the channel. If you want to take a look at those were unedited, no enhancements from the Moto G stylus. If you're looking for a phone and curious about the camera, most of these budget cameras during daylight, they're perfectly fine. You know, nighttime, you know, Maybe good, maybe not. You just don't know. But then again, you're not spending $1,000, right? The Moto phones, really, I love stereo speakers. A single teeny weeny speaker in a phone just doesn't cut it for me. Especially, playing music or watching YouTube videos. So, yeah. Oh, this music is so peaceful. I hope I get to meet this man one day from Rome, Sandro Di Stefano. He did a couple of movie soundtracks last year for the actor Dolph Lundgren. You might recall him, Drago from Rocky IV, I Must Destroy You. A couple films that were shot in Italy. Hard Night Falling. And the other one's called The Tracker. Kind of like Rambo-ish type of films. If you're interested in, action films shot in Italy, check out The Tracker and Hard Night Falling, music by Sandro Di Stefano. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And maybe I'll catch you guys next weekend. You guys know how to reach me. So the temperature is warmed up enough that I can go for a walk and get my exercise in. So I think I will do that and the sun's out before it starts to rain and snow later. So if you have any questions about Ubuntu Mate or anything else, let me know in the comments below. Have fun with whatever you use. Arrivederci.